Love is supposed to make your life feel lighter, not heavier. But sometimes we stay in situations that drain us because we hope they will eventually change. We get used to giving too much, apologizing for things we didn't do, and trying to hold together something that keeps falling apart. Slowly, that kind of love makes us tired. It makes us question our worth and doubt whether we are really enough. We start to believe that love is meant to be difficult, when in reality, it's not love that hurts us, it's the wrong person, the wrong connection, or the wrong dynamic. Real love doesn't operate like that. The right love brings clarity instead of confusion. It doesn't make you feel like you're constantly fighting to be seen or heard. Instead, it gives you space to breathe and exist without pressure. With the right person, you don't feel like you have to prove your value every single day. You don't have to hide your thoughts or pretend to be someone else. You can simply be yourself, and that is enough. There is a calmness in the right love that makes you feel safe to open up and share what's really on your mind. The right love also supports your growth rather than holding you back. It doesn't expect you to shrink or sacrifice who you are just to maintain the relationship. Instead, it encourages your dreams, respects your goals, and stands beside you through your progress and setbacks. It understands that both of you are still growing, and it chooses to grow together rather than pulling each other down. Even when challenges come, the right love works through them with patience, not anger, with understanding, not blame. One of the clearest signs of the right love is the feeling of emotional safety. You can talk about difficult things without fear. You can be honest about your insecurities without worrying you'll be judged. You don't walk on eggshells. You don't constantly wonder if you're doing something wrong. Instead, your heart feels steady, your mind feels clear. You feel accepted in ways that feel simple but deeply meaningful. The right love makes you feel supported, not drained. And if you've been hurt before, it's natural to doubt whether this kind of love exists. Pain changes us, and sometimes it makes us afraid to trust again. But your past does not determine the love you deserve. The wrong experiences don't erase the possibility of something better. When the right love eventually finds you, you'll notice how different it feels. It won't rush you. It won't pressure you. It won't make you feel small. It will help you rebuild the parts of yourself you thought were gone. You deserve a love that lifts you. A love that reminds you that you are capable, valued, and worth choosing. Not sometimes, not only on good days, but every day. And when that love truly arrives, it will never break you. It will help you grow into the strongest, happiest version of yourself. Asterisk, asterisk, and as you grow stronger, you'll start to recognize the difference between effort and excuses. You'll see how real love shows itself through consistent actions, not temporary moments. The right person won't disappear when you need them the most. They won't make you feel guilty for wanting reassurance or communication. Instead, they'll try to understand you, even when it's not easy. They'll choose to stay present, even when life gets complicated. That reliability becomes the foundation. You can stand on something steady in a world that often feels uncertain. The right love also teaches you how to love yourself again. When someone treats you with kindness and respect, you begin to remember what you deserve. You start setting healthier boundaries. You stop accepting the bare minimum. You stop blaming yourself for things that were never your fault. You realize that love should not cost you your peace or your identity. It should not take away your joy. It should not make you feel like you have to earn every moment of affection. Real love reminds you that you have value simply by being who you are. Over time, you will look back at the moments where you felt broken, and you'll understand that those experiences didn't destroy you, they shaped you. They taught you how to recognize red flags, how to protect your heart, and how to appreciate what is real. They prepared you for a connection that is healthier, calmer, and more genuine. Without those lessons, you might not have known how to choose better. You might have settled for something far less than you deserve. When the right love enters your life, you won't doubt your worth anymore. You won't feel like you're competing for attention. You won't spend nights wondering what you did wrong. Instead, you'll feel a sense of peace that feels unfamiliar at first because it's something you've never experienced before. But with time, that peace becomes normal. That stability becomes comforting. And that connection becomes a part of your life that helps you grow, heal, and move forward with confidence. The right love won't be perfect. It won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. And even in difficult moments, you will feel secure in knowing that you're both working toward the same direction. Not out of fear, not out of obligation, but out of a genuine desire to build something meaningful together. That's the kind of love that strengthens you, one that lifts your spirit instead of breaking it down. And perhaps the most beautiful part is this: once you experience the right love, you'll never settle for anything less again. You'll know how it feels to be valued, supported, and truly understood. You'll know what healthy love looks like, and you'll protect your heart from anything that doesn't match that standard. You'll realize that real love doesn't demand perfection, it asks for effort, honesty, and the willingness to grow. And with the right person, you'll find that those things come naturally. Asterisk, asterisk, as your life continues to unfold, you'll begin to appreciate how much emotional safety truly matters. When you're with the right person, conversations feel easier. Even difficult topics don't turn into battles. You don't have to hide your feelings or rehearse what you want to say out of fear. It will be misunderstood. Instead, you can speak honestly, knowing that you'll be met with patience rather than anger. The right love makes communication feel natural, not stressful, and that creates a foundation where trust can grow deeper every day. You'll also notice that the right love brings balance. You won't feel like you're giving everything while receiving nothing in return. There will be mutual effort, mutual understanding, and mutual respect. Both of you will contribute to the relationship, not because you feel obligated, but because you genuinely care. You'll support each other during tough times, celebrate victories together, and create space for each other's individual growth. This balance is what makes the relationship feel steady, even in moments when life becomes unpredictable. When challenges arise, and they always do in any relationship, the right love doesn't walk away. It doesn't use silence as punishment or distance as a weapon. Instead, it chooses to stay and work through the problem. It focuses on solutions instead of blame. It asks, how can we fix this together, rather than what's wrong with you? This mindset transforms problems into opportunities for understanding. And over time, it builds a partnership that becomes stronger with every obstacle. Another thing you'll discover is how peaceful life becomes when love is kind. Your days feel lighter, your thoughts feel clearer. You spend less time worrying about being abandoned or misunderstood. Instead, you experience a steady feeling of calm because you know someone truly has your back. That kind of peace changes how you show up in the world. It gives you the confidence to chase your goals, try new things, and trust yourself again. Love stops being a source of stress and becomes a source of strength. As you grow with the right person, you'll also see how love can bring out the best version of you. You'll become more patient, more understanding, and more open. You'll learn how to communicate better, how to manage your emotions in healthier ways, and how to care for someone without losing yourself. You'll realize that love isn't about perfection. It's about two people choosing each other again and again, even in imperfection. That choice, repeated daily, is what creates something real and lasting. And maybe the most important lesson is this: the right love teaches you that you are worthy of good things. Not because you earned them, but because you're human and you deserve them. You deserve respect. You deserve effort. You deserve consistency. You deserve a partner who sees your value, even on days when you struggle to see it yourself. When that truth finally sinks in, you stop chasing things that were never meant for you. You stop begging for attention. You stop accepting uncertainty disguised as affection. Instead, you start holding out for the connection that feels right, not rushed. Steady, not unstable. In time, you'll look at your life and realize that the right love didn't just lift you, it changed you. It helped you heal old wounds, rebuild your confidence, and rediscover the parts of yourself that once felt lost. It showed you that love can be gentle, supportive, and safe. And once you've experienced that kind of love, it becomes the standard you refuse to lower ever again. With time, you'll also begin to understand that the right love isn't rushed. It doesn't force you into decisions you're not ready for. It doesn't pressure you to heal instantly or pretend you're fine when you're not. Instead, it gives you the time and space you need to grow at your own pace. The right person understands that healing is not a straight line, and they don't leave just because you're still learning how to trust again. They stay not because they have to, but because they genuinely want to be part of your journey. You'll find yourself becoming more open, not because someone demanded it, but because you finally feel safe enough to let your guard down. Walls that once felt necessary begin to lower. Conversations become deeper. You stop expecting the worst, and slowly hope becomes natural again. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but with the right love, it becomes possible. You begin to believe that good things can stay, that stability is real, and that someone can care about you without conditions or hidden motives. The right love also teaches you patience, real patience, not the kind that comes from tolerating mistreatment, but the kind that grows from understanding, empathy, and genuine care. You start realizing that love doesn't have to be dramatic or chaotic to be meaningful. Sometimes the quiet moments become the most powerful ones. A simple conversation, a small gesture, or a steady presence can mean more than any grand declaration. You learn to appreciate the consistency, the everyday effort, and the honest communication that keep a relationship strong. As you continue building a life with the right person, you'll notice how much better you handle challenges, not just in the relationship, but in your own life. When you feel supported, you become braver. When someone believes in you, you begin to believe in yourself more deeply. You take risks that once scared you. You make decisions with more confidence. You face difficulties with a stronger mindset because you know you're not facing them alone. This emotional stability becomes one of the greatest gifts that love can give. And one day, without even realizing it, you'll look back at the version of yourself who settled for confusion, who accepted inconsistency, who tolerated being treated as an option. And you'll feel grateful that you walked away from all of that. Not bitter, just grateful. You'll understand that leaving what wasn't right was the first step toward finding what truly is. And the right love will feel so natural, so steady, so genuinely good, that you'll wonder how you ever thought anything less was acceptable. In the end, the right love doesn't just lift you, it transforms your life. It teaches you that real connection is built on trust, patience, effort, and understanding. It shows you that you don't need to lose yourself to be loved. It reminds you that you deserve someone who sees you clearly and still chooses you every day. And the most powerful part is knowing that this kind of love doesn't break you, it builds you. Slowly and steadily, into the strongest and most authentic version of yourself. Asterisk, 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 as more time passes, you'll start to notice how the right love brings out a deeper sense of peace within you. It's not just about feeling supported, it's about realizing that you no longer have to live in constant emotional survival mode. You don't have to analyze every word, second-guess every action, or worry about sudden changes in behavior. Instead, you experience a steady sense of security that lets you relax into the relationship. This stability allows your mind to rest, your heart to settle, and your emotions to feel grounded. Life feels lighter because you no longer carry the weight of uncertainty every day. You'll also discover that the right love doesn't take from you, it adds to your life. It doesn't replace your dreams or your identity. It fits naturally alongside them. The right person encourages your independence, supports your ambitions, and reminds you that your life has value outside of the relationship. They don't feel threatened by your success or disappointed by your struggles. Instead, they stand with you through every change, celebrating your growth and holding you steady through your challenges. This kind of partnership becomes a powerful force that helps both of you reach new heights. Over time, you begin to trust the future again. Not because it's guaranteed to be perfect, but because you finally have someone who wants to build it with you. Conversations about goals, plans, and dreams don't feel overwhelming, they feel exciting. You're not afraid to imagine what life could look like years down the road, because you're building it with someone who shows reliability every day. And even if the future brings unexpected difficulties, you feel prepared because you know you're not facing it alone. The right love also teaches you the importance of emotional responsibility. You start to understand that arguments don't have to tear you apart. They can bring clarity if handled with care. You learn how to communicate better, how to listen with empathy, and how to express your feelings without fear. These skills become part of the relationship's strength, making it more resilient and mature. You begin to appreciate that love isn't just about romance, it's about partnership, teamwork, and choosing each other even when things aren't easy. And as you continue to grow, there's a quiet realization that settles in. You finally feel at home. Not because everything is perfect, but because the connection is genuine. The love you're experiencing now doesn't feel forced or fragile, it feels natural, steady, and honest. You're not constantly trying to hold it together. You're not afraid of losing it. You're simply living in it, growing with it, and trusting it one day at a time. This feeling of belonging is something you might have searched for in all the wrong places before. But now that you've found it, you understand why the journey had to happen the way it did. In the end, The right love becomes a reminder that you were never asking for too much, you were simply asking the wrong person. And now that you've found something real, something steady, something kind, you'll protect it with the same care it gives to you. Because once you experience love that truly lifts you, you'll never return to anything that breaks your spirit. Asterisk, asterisk, as your journey continues, you'll begin to understand that the right love isn't about possession, it's about presence. It's not about controlling each other's world, but about sharing it. The right person doesn't try to limit your friendships, your passions, or your individuality. Instead, they encourage you to stay connected with the things and people that make your life meaningful. They understand that a healthy relationship isn't built on restriction, but on freedom to grow, to explore, and to evolve into someone even stronger than before. You'll also notice how much easier life feels when you're not constantly trying to code someone's intentions. There's no hidden message to interpret, no mixed signals to untangle, no emotional roller coaster that leaves you drained at the end of the day. Instead, the relationship becomes a source of clarity. You know where you stand. You know what the other person feels. You know what direction you're both moving toward. This sense of certainty brings a calmness that begins to reflect in every part of your life. It helps you work better, sleep better, think better, and even treat yourself better. Asterisk, asterisk,